Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Zagville. Gonzaga remains as the number 11 ranked team in the country, now 4-1. They welcome in Cal State Bakersfield out of the Big West tonight. They are 3-3. Great to see everyone again. And welcome courtside, Greg Heister, Dan Dickau, Richard Fox. Zags are home now from Hawaii. Gentlemen, how'd they do?
I thought they played extremely well. Granted, they would have liked to have shot the ball better in the second half against Purdue, who's now ranked number 1 in the country, but a good win against Syracuse, and then an all-out battle against UCLA, which has become typical over the last few years.
Look, you go into these tournaments obviously wanting to win these, but more than anything, I think as a staff, you want to learn a little bit about your group. I think this staff learned quite a bit. I think we learned that on the right night, this team can play with anybody in the country.
And guys, Drew Timme is gone. But the offense of Anton Watson has arrived. What was that?
Well, it was impressive. That's what it was. Drew Timme, the best friend of Anton Watson, had to have been smiling watching the performance from the former Gonzaga prep standout, because he showed all of the skills that so many Zag fans have wanted to see ever since he stepped foot on campus. 32 points, a near perfect 14 of 15 from the field. They were spectacular and impressive. What a day for Anton Watson.
And all the talk about Gonzaga's offense, that's year in, year out the story. But Richard, how about the defense over there in Hawaii?
Yeah, it's not often you say the defense is ahead of the offense for Gonzaga, but that's the case to start this year. This may be one of the best teams Mark Few's had in a long time on that end of the floor. You see what they did, holding teams under their average. On the tournament, held all 3 opponents under 40% from the field and 21% from the three-point line. This group defensively and on the glass looks like they may end up being elite in both those categories.
Yeah, boy, are they getting after that glass. Ladies and gentlemen, we got another great game for you tonight. Gonzaga, Cal State Bakersfield. Tonight starting lineups to tip off. Gonzaga attempting to get to 5-1 on this season. Back in a moment. And welcome back to the McCarthy Athletic Center. We get going. Game number 6 tonight for Gonzaga. Well, when you drop 14 of 15 and a career-high 32 points, believe me, it's going to change expectations for Anton Watson.
How about Anton? I mean, Anton just could have picked a better time for, to step up and really deliver, and he certainly did. And we needed every one of those baskets and every one of those plays. And now, the typical Anton now, this is what we'll expect out of him. It isn't fair.
Yeah.
But, you always want more, because he is, he's got some of that in there. Now, obviously that's the performance of a lifetime, and be able to go 14 out of 15 is amazing.
It was amazing. Here's tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Numerica Credit Union. Nemhard, Stromer, Hickman, Ike, and Watson. Keep an eye on number 1, Caleb Higgins for Bakersfield. He's at 16 points a game. He's option number 1 offensively. And now tonight's keys to the game brought to you by Northern Quest Resort and Casino. We'll get to that in a moment. Rod Barnes in his 13th season, 185 victories, 486 winning percentage. And of course, head coach Mark Few in his 25th season, 692 victories. Here's tonight's keys to the game brought to you by Northern Quest Resort and Casino. Gentlemen,
Improved from the three-point line. They struggled shooting the ball over in Hawaii, in particular the backcourt. Nolan Hickman, Dusty Stromer, Ryan Emhart, a combined 8 of 37. Got to get better in that area.
I think you still want to try to work to find some depth along that bench. Look, the starting backcourt of Hickman, Nemhard, and Stromer played all 40 minutes against UCLA. You can do that in a one-off, but over the course of a season, you want to try to develop something behind those guys on the perimeter.
5th meeting with the Roadrunners. Gonzaga has won them all. They are favored greatly here tonight, but the Runners with their opening possession. Greg Heister, Dan Dickau, Richard Fox. Gonzaga 4-1, ranked number 11 in the country, coming off a sterling victory against the UCLA Bruins in Honolulu. First shot off the mark. Ike had his hands on it. Long rebound out of play, and it will go to Gonzaga.
I would expect Gonzaga to go to the interior with EK quite a bit often early in this game. They've got a definite size advantage.
Here's EK. Anton Watson the cut. Boy, moves well without the ball, gentlemen.
Absolutely. Double comes. Get yourself to the front of the rim with your hands up and available.
And Richard, what will the difference be in this team if Anton looks to score it like that every night?
Well, I think it's always, as you see the illegal screen here from Higgins on the handoff. No one here is expecting Anton to go get 30 a night, but what you liked was his aggressiveness, how he hunted out his offense, and he shot with a lot of confidence. He made moves with a lot of confidence. That's what he needs to maintain, is that confidence, that swagger on the offensive end.
There's Nolan Hickman. EK sets the screen, gets the ball. Skip pass, Nembhard, wide open three. Boy, they need that from him.
Well, that's how you shoot a better percentage, is get wide open looks. A double again on EK on the interior. That time look cross court. Nembhard, the nice knockdown three.
He needed one to go. He's 2 of 17 coming into the game. Gonzaga will watch Higgins, number 1. Anton Watson watching the ball. Here's Higgins. Hickman right with him. They go to the post. Mismatch here. Stromer with the help. McGee picked it up. 3 on the shot clock. Step back. Watson the rebound. It's grabbed, and the flush, sort of a flush by Modestus. And it's 5-2, and EK will shoot free throws.
Tremendous job from EK. Run the floor, get deep post position. Easier said than done, especially against Okoriki, who's big, strong, physical, but EK, make yourself available and present. Point guard has no option but to give it to you down there.
Foul called on number 23, Fidelis Okereke, the junior out of Carson, California. Graham Ike shooting 69% this season from the free throw line, averaging just under 14 points a game. And he's 1 of 2 from the line. And again, the runners push it on the other end. A little runner is short from Wilbon. Gonzaga on the move. Nembhard into the lane, skip to Stromer. Dusty's 3, bingo!
Bingo is right. Terrific push and transition, and that's what they were expecting, and he's known for coming out of high school. He's a well-rounded player, but he can really shoot it. It's only a matter of time before he gets on track behind that three-point line.
Kanslaris, jump shot. That's a 2. The big man's got a little range, gentlemen. Hickman driving on Wilbon. Turns in and out. Good defense by Marvin McGee, the 3rd. And now Higgins, step back 3 over Nembhard. Wow.
Greg. He's got a lot of freedom within their offense, but he's also extremely quick. You can see the ball handling ability there to create separation.
Here's Watson, lost the grip. I think that was off of Anton's leg, but they say it was off of number 22, Cameron Wilbon.
Higgins not known as a shooter. Just shooting 21% on the year, less than 29% on his career, but stepped into that one with a lot of confidence. Gonzaga early is going to give him a little cushion, given his quickness. He's going to have to knock down a couple of those to try to open up the drive.
EK. Boy, that was a strong move.
He's just so efficient. Career high 61% from inside the arc. When he takes his time and no double comes, he's very difficult to slow down.
Yeah, he scored through Ugnis Yarushevicius. And Watson clears the miss. Anton leads the break. Stromer thought about the 3. He'll drive into the lane. Scoop off the glass is good. Oh, that's some offense.
That is some offense. You are going to key in on the defense at some point in this broadcast because it's been so good early in this season. But offensively, they're not getting away from their strengths. Get that ball up the court as quickly as possible.
And the noise in the McCarthy Athletic Center. And there's a jump shot by Yarushevicius. And it's 13-9. Yarushevicius with his first bucket. Watson down the lane, and a block is called. And this is going to be on number 21, Ugnis Yarushevicius. 15:47 to play in the opening half. Gonzaga, Cal State, Bakersfield. Dusty Stromer, the freshman. He's off to a great start with 5. And welcome back. Tonight's Arby's fan trivia question brought to you by Arby's, your delicious neighborhood meat crafter. Stop by Arby's today. We have the meats. Here's your question. What is the Zags' overall record in the 2020s prior to this season? So text your answer at 83200. Is it 90-11, 101-0? I gotta bet it's not that one. Or is it 93-8? Text your answers. Good luck to you.
Would that be cheating if we told people number 2 is quite of a stretch for any program?
Just don't steal any signs. I think anything else is pretty acceptable.
Do you believe they did that? No one's ever done that.
Stole signs.
I mean,
You talking about Michigan football?
Just what a radical idea.
Dan.
I'm so proud of you for knowing about football.
Yeah, seriously, anything.
We're both like proud parents right now.
Yeah.
Graham Ike going to work.
Yeah, look, if you're not going to double Graham and he takes his time, he's just too much inside.
That was some expert analysis because I loved it. He's just too much inside. He is. He's a load. Shot from the corner is up. Watson. Anton will keep the ball. Into the lane. He's going for it. Shot blocked by Cancelaris. Jaden Alexander, number 25 on the floor. And that shot is off by number 21, Yarushevicius. Nembhard. Watson wanting to go high-low, skips to the corner. Stromer faked the 3, shoot it anyways. Dusty Stromer from downtown.
I guess the first one would have been too easy. Wanted the defense to close out.
One of those. No. Yes.
Yes, why not? Cancelaris. McGee swings the ball into the corner. Hickman up under him. Switch. Here's Alexander, 5 on the shot clock. Yarushevicius, that's well short. Nembhard with a head of steam to Hickman. Transition bucket goes.
Good job from Hickman there, not settling for a tough shot. Higgins just too small to really bother him at the rim.
It's nice to have him home, isn't it? Like this offense is in a different gear right now.
Well, look, I don't think it was reasonable to expect that they were going to struggle like that for the balance of the year, for any prolonged stretch. You said it before we started the broadcast, Greg. This, it's still a small sample size, and when you come out of the gate struggling to shoot the ball, particularly from 3, it's more pronounced, more evident versus a slump or a slowdown from the 3-point line, deeper in the season. This group's got plenty of skill. You look at what Nembhard shot last year, or pardon me, Hickman, mid-30s, Stromer, mid-30s in high school. That's going to come.
And you also have to take a look at who they played over there. I mean, Purdue's not a team that going to allow you to get up and down.
Yeah,
and then you play UCLA, who's just going to keep punching you in the nose.
But that's certainly true. But if you look at the shots that they missed, a lot of those are just good looks. So I think one of the takeaways is we're getting good looks through our offense. We just haven't been able to knock them down. Certainly tonight, particularly with Stromer and Nembhard, it's been nice to see a ball go through the hoop from the 3-point line.
Yeah, as a team, Gonzaga's hit all 3 of their looks from behind that line. Corey Stevenson, number 24, with the ball. Stromer, the last 2 games, had 5 points in 66 minutes. Already 8 points in 6 minutes tonight for Gonzaga. And all the way to the rim in the bucket for the runners.
we're talking a little bit about the struggles for the three-point line. A lot of it is, Gonzaga was expecting Steel Venters to be that deep three-point threat. Unfortunately, out for the season with that torn ACL. Puts a little bit more pressure on others to step up and make shots from the perimeter.
First turnover of the game for Gonzaga through the hands of Ben Gregg.
Yeah, that's brutal as a guard. That goes on Nemhard's stat sheet.
Well, in defense of Ben Gregg, that pass had a little steam on it.
I was thinking about how Dan would have reacted.
I'll tell you how I would have reacted. Don't throw the ball the next time.
Wow.
No, in all honesty, though, Ryan's got to do a better job in a situation like that. Ben, even if he catches it, he's moving away from the basket. You got to put your teammates in the best position to score or make a play.
Boy, Alexander, there's some power to the rim. It's 20-13. The runner's now 6 of 13 from the floor to start. Nemhard stepping back. Short jump shot go. Nemhard with 5.
Great show on the pick and roll there from Ben Gregg. This team, I think, when you watch the games over in Hawaii, they were great defensively in the pick and roll, especially Graham Ike. Got his hands on a number of balls in that pick and roll. And Richard could attest and talk about how important it is for a big to understand the coverage and be there early.
Braden Huff, his first look offensively. Jump hook.
That high-low, and then having Gregg and Huff out there at the same time, whichever big isn't on the low block, you've got a shooter. It really makes it difficult to double.
Ken Slaris. Alexander tried the back door. And now Higgins. He's trapped. Got the ball to Alexander. He'll drive on Hickman. A lot of contact. No call. Jump shot goes. That's Stevenson. Beg your pardon, Corey Stevenson. And Nemhard goes to work on the other end. Falling away. Jump shot goes. Zags up by 11, and they begin, gentlemen, 11 of 13. So you just had to wake the sleeping giant, right? Talk about their struggling offense. And now they're 11 of 13 to begin. Good bucket there with a left hand by Fidelis Okereke.
Tough finish.
Stromer. There's Ben Gregg. Nemhard thought about the back door. Nemhard falling away. Rebound won there by number 25, Jaden Alexander. And the Roadrunners come back. (26-17). The Roadrunners have hit 8 of 16 shots, 50%. Gonzaga now 11 of 14, 78.6%. 5 on the shot clock. Ben Gregg almost had the steal. Kick to the corner. Shot from Higgins. Oh, and he buried it from the corner.
And perfect possession. If you're Bakersfield, didn't start your offense till 10 seconds on the clock. End up getting that 3 in the corner. Nice little run here.
10:26 to play here in the first half. Ben Gregg to the post. Braden Huff. Big bucket. But the Roadrunners coming to play in Spokane. We got a ball game, 26-20. Arby's fan trivia question answer. What is the Zags' overall record in the 2020s prior to this season? It is actually 90-11.
I knew that.
Congratulations if you texted number 1. Hey, let's talk about Ryan Nemhard, guys. 3 of 4 from the floor, a couple of assists.
Yeah, look, he needed to see the ball go through the hoop. A really difficult start to the year. 2 of 17 from the three-point line. From the field shooting 35%, and tonight knocks down an early 3 and just taking advantage of his strength against the smaller Caleb Higgins, who stands at 5'10", 160. So, and what I like, Dan, more than anything is he's still pushing the pace, but seems to be a little bit more in control about what he's trying to do. He's not necessarily forcing it as much with either the pass or the drive in the same way we saw at times in Maui.
It's a delicate balance when you're a point guard who can score it as well as distribute, and you've got the freedom from Coach Few. So he's balancing those things, and look, if he plays the way he's played this first 10 minutes or so, he'll be all right throughout the course of the year.
Okereke skip pass to Cheney.
All the way to Cheney.
Yes. 3 turnovers now for Bakersfield. And they're checking in as Modestas Kancleris, number 55 from Lithuania, 6'9", 205, redshirt junior. It's a big team for the Roadrunners out there right now. Number 2, Tom Mark just checked in too, watching Watson. And now Ike. When I say big, I mean long. Ike turnaround, falls off the front. Alexander with it for the Roadrunners. Down the lane, shot blocked by Junio, foul called. And this is going to be offensive. It is. It's on number 25, Jaden Alexander. Nolan Hickman took it to the chest.
Terrific job from Hickman getting in front.
Was he moving, gentlemen?
And on second look, I think Alexander may have had a case there. You don't agree with me? You don't agree with me on
listen,
anything.
I'm not here to analyze. That's you and Richard. Richard was shaking his
I'll
head.
look at Richard the next time.
Yes. Here's Watson.
He knows he can't ask me about the charge block call. I will just derail this broadcast.
That is true.
Ike. Falling away, shot is short. Kancleris there defensively.
Kancleris did a nice job using his length and forcing Ike last couple times to have to shoot over him.
Kancleris, unique player. Started his career at Creighton before transferring over. Then he's battled injuries. Torn ACL 1 year, and then last year he missed some time as well with another injury.
Great attempt at that rebound by Okereke. Actually, that's Alexander. And now Watson going to work. Will need help. He's got the size advantage here. Got to take Higgins. Skip to the corner. Nemhard 3, long. And a rebound clear back from the Roadrunners.
I like the pass, though, from June. Just a quick touch pass, get it to the better shooter, and Nemhard. Simple play. That's what June needs to do on the offensive side of the ball right now to see his minutes start to creep up.
Do you predict that will happen this year, Richard?
I do. I like physically he's ready to play today. On this end of the floor, I think he can compete. He's a good rebounder for his size. Just the offense needs a little ways to go.
Well, it's obvious right now the Roadrunners are going to shorten this game.
They've taken it up all the way to the end of the shot clock a number of times.
It's better than 3.5 minutes now without a Gonzaga field goal. Ike's shot was blocked. Watson in there battling. And it's off of Anton, and it's Roadrunners basketball. So they're going to shorten this game, make every possession valuable. They're only down by 6.
Look, I mean, they're waiting until there's 10 seconds on the shot clock before they even start looking at getting into their offense. And right now, with the score just being GU +6, they're going to be content just really playing deep into the clock. You know, for Gonzaga, how do you start to speed them up?
It's kind of refreshing. We don't see teams try something so different often when they come in here, knowing that this is one of the hardest places in America to win.
Well, a lot of times it's because Gonzaga just imposes their will on opponents. The fact that Bakersfield has made a number of shots to keep it close, they can now in turn play this style.
Shot from the corner for 3 is off. Junio with the rebound. Nemhard will push it. Gonzaga 0 for their last 6 and 1 turnover in their last 7 possessions. So off to an incredible start offensively. Things have cooled. Nolan Hickman. Step back 3, that's short. Ike offensive board, put back, falls off. And a foul called inside against the Roadrunners. But Ike frustrated right now. A 2 for 6 start for Graham. 7:09 to play in this first half. Gonzaga leads it by 6, 26-20. To support the local fight against cancer, visit SpokaneArena.com. Purchase tickets today for the CCF Classic Gonzaga will be taking on Pepperdine January 4th at the Spokane Arena. Tickets start at $49. Log on, purchase tickets today. I've been told that there's only a few tickets remaining, so get after it today to see the Zags play January 4th against the Pepperdine Waves. That is a young and talented Pepperdine team. Could be a good game.
Well, you know, Greg, WCC just getting better every year.
Every year. It's
San
incredible.
Francisco had a good win against Minnesota out of the Big Ten the other day at the Chase Center.
St. Mary's.
They've got a good freshman, Ryan Beasley.
Is Joel Prisbilla still playing for Minnesota?
He is not, nor is Dan Monson coaching
that is
at Minnesota.
That's going
well
back.
done.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm like an encyclopedia. Graham Ike.
Just randomness. Nonsense.
Of nonsense, I like that.
Ike with 6 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. I like Graham.
He's fit in so nicely.
I agree.
Look, you're not going to replace Drew Timme.
Total Zag. He's a total Zag.
Right away he's fit in, but what I like is he's going to give you a lot of what Drew could around the basket. And defensively, he's a better defender on this end given his strength. You know, he had some really positive stretches against Edey in that Purdue game, particularly in the first half, just making Edey catch the ball further out, forcing him to shoot over his body.
Caleb Higgins found an opening, missed the shot. Anton Watson with his 5th rebound. Ike running the floor, and he'll go to the line to shoot a couple. Tell you what, it's just spectacular to watch these bigs run the floor. And how about the John Elway pass from the other end?
Oh, the one-handed pass from Watson. That's impressive.
I'm surprised you made a Broncos reference to our broadcast partner, Richard Fox, who's initially from Colorado, as opposed to one of your Steelers. And
hey, don't look now. Don't look
comments.
now. Broncos are going to creep into the playoffs.
Creep is the right word.
Hey. Trust in Russell Wilson we have.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's the phrase they use? Saddle up?
He was worth every draft pick.
Ride on? Or what's the word that he's always...
Oh, man.
You're not really a Broncos fan.
Broncos Nation, let's ride. Isn't that what it was?
It's let's ride,
Let's
Richard.
ride.
That's right.
You totally
Do that
didn't know.
again, Rich.
That's great. Here's McGee. Kick to the corner. Getting all the way inside was Higgins. 10 on the shot clock. McGee, the drive, kicked the ball. Higgins has got to shoot at 5 on the clock. Going to work with 3. Shot is long. Stromer earned the rebound for Gonzaga.
You know, for a freshman, he does so many of the little things well. Goes to the glass nearly every possession as taught, but defensively, he is in the right spots.
Gonzaga hit their first 3 shots from behind the three-point line. They've now missed their last 3. 3 for 6 in the game. Gonzaga up by 10. And the Roadrunners slowing it down. Little runner inside by Wilbon won't go. Stromer with another rebound, his second. Gonzaga still without a field goal in their last 9 shots. And it's been better than 6.5 minutes now.
And there it is. Bakersfield walking it up the floor again. I mean, their whole thought process now is shrink this game, see if we can't keep it in single digits going into halftime.
7 on the shot clock. Higgins to the rim, skip. McGee for 3. Mark trying to keep it alive, but Anton Watson out of there with it and the head of steam. Right to the rim. Hangs, gets the bounce. Anton Watson. He's got 4.
It's the luxury Gonzaga has. That they've had over the years, just having bigs that can get the rebound and push it on their own. Right there, coast to coast from Watson.
He's 6'8", 230 pounds, taking it from one end to the other down the middle of the lane. Who's got the guts to step in front of that? And free throws coming now for number 21, Ugnis Yarushevicius.
Say that again.
Ugnis Yarushevicius.
Yarushevicius.
Very good, Richard. Watch this.
Yeah, bumped here too.
I know.
Good touch.
Well, that's the benefit of great coaching when you know somebody's going to be a big player, is you teach them all the skills on the court, regardless of position. John Stockton at AAU, Matty McIntyre at Gonzaga Prep, taught Anton from a young age how to do multiple things out there.
And that was the first Gonzaga foul of the game, by the way, on Graham Ike. First on the team. It's 32-21. There's Ugnis Yarushevicius.
I mentioned Matty McIntyre at Gonzaga Prep. You coached for a year with him at G Prep, didn't you, Richard?
No, I did not. I helped him in summer league.
That's right.
Was not asked to come back.
Yeah, but you also didn't have to let a fact get in the way of a good story. That could have been a good one.
I should have, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I knew you were.
I was only on their
part
staff
of
when
that
they won
program for a
state
bit.
championships.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Yes.
You got your ring. Here's Huff down the lane. Two-handed flush. Braden Huff with 4.
Oh yeah, that was a fun summer. I got to give my buddy Dominic DeCaro a shout out. He's the one who wrote me into that. That was a lot of fun.
Shot for 3 off, loose ball. Huff.
Good
Quick outlet,
outlets.
Nemhard. A 1-on-3. Ball stripped. Nice play by Caleb Higgins. It'll be Gonzaga ball when we come back. Got to say hi to my buddy Larry. Wild Alaska Sport Fishing and Cruises. Hey, buddy. Happy holidays. Huff. The flush. 34-22 in Zagville. And welcome back. 34-22, 3:43 to play in the first half. Gonzaga coverage of the game brought to you tonight by Primera, proud partner of the Gonzaga Bulldogs. And Watson earns the rebound. He's coast to coast, gentlemen.
And that's the confidence we're talking about. Tough finish, sure, but just gets the ball and is decisive with it, knows what he wants to do. And 2 of Gonzaga's 9 points in transition. And just putting together another great night. Anton, 2 of 4 from the field, 4 points, 6 rebounds, and assist.
Yeah, that's what I think we're seeing from Gonzaga, right? They got off to a tremendous start offensively. They're finding ways. Even when things aren't easy, they find ways to get it done. I like the resolve of this Gonzaga team.
Well, you think about all the new faces, guys playing the new roles, Huff coming back after sitting out a year, redshirting. It just seems like it's all fitting so seamless.
Watson skipped to the corner. Stromer thought about the 3. He'll drive, hang. Off the side of the glass, he'll shoot free throws. And when I say that they find a way, what I mean is they're up by 12. It's obvious the Roadrunners are not going to allow them to score 100 points tonight. They've slowed it down. They watched the tape against UCLA. They saw what the Bruins did, make every possession hard. And Gonzaga can win defensively. And they can find ways to eke out buckets. You just talked about fast break points. Gonzaga 9, Roadrunners just 2. They're the Roadrunners with just 2 fast break points. Beep, beep.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Dusty Stromer now with a cool even 10. Our first player into double digits tonight. 3 of 3 from the floor, 2 of 2 from the line, and 2 of 2 from downtown. Couple of rebounds.
A new career high in the first half at 9 against Purdue. It was only a matter of time before he started shooting it better from the perimeter.
Higgins got inside, missed the shot. Watson, Anton with another rebound and a run out. His 7th board.
Whoa.
No whistle. Back comes Higgins for the Roadrunners. Into the lane, has it poked away, and a foul called on Braden Huff, number 34. But Watson took a tough tumble at the other end. What do you think, Richard? This a foul?
He initiates it. It looks worse because of the way he fell. But no, I don't think that's a call. And it's a clean block up top from the defender coming in late.
You agree, Dan?
Yeah, I think it's a good no call.
God, that
Play
was so
on.
hard for you to say.
I agree with you more than you would think.
Yeah.
Gonzaga's largest lead of the game now at 14. Higgins, baseline jump shot is off, and a whistle and a foul called. And this will be on number 33, Ben Gregg. And that'll be number 2 on Big Ben.
Both these teams have gone completely cold. Gonzaga, 2 of their last 12, and the Roadrunners 0 of their last 9. Early in this game, it looked like we were going to be approaching the 100-point mark for Gonzaga at some point tonight, but the pace has definitely cooled.
Zags are 2 of their last 12, but yet their lead has grown. Let's not lose sight of that. Caleb Higgins, senior from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Some good fishing down in Arkansas, gentlemen. The White River, really good. He's 5'10", 160-pound, a junior. He's into double digits now with the free throws. And number 22, Cameron Wilbon, will come in for Caleb Higgins. 2:43 to play in this opening half tonight. Cal State, Bakersfield out of the Big West. And the 11th ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs. Braden Huff, jump hook. Boy, that's quick.
As quick is exactly right. He struggled at times over in Hawaii, but that was to be expected. Freshmen finally having a chance to play against big-time opponents. Great game against Yale with 19 and then 23 against Eastern Oregon. First chance to really go against somebody with a lot of size, athleticism at this level.
10 on the shot clock. Alexander down the lane. Stromer was right there to contend, and a foul is called. Count the bucket, and it's on Dusty Stromer. I thought he went straight up on this. You guys be the judge at home.
They both went vertical. There was contact, but I was most impressed with the split of the pick and roll defense from Alexander. Creative, explode through that opening. Nice finish off the glass.
Stromer with his first personal foul. That's 4 on Gonzaga this half, 2 minutes to go. Alexander now with 5 points following the free throw. It's 38-27. Not the average non-conference kind of score that we're used to with Gonzaga, but you can tell the Roadrunners came in here trying to limit possessions tonight. Graham Ike with the ball. Creating space, little shimmy, left it short. Watson battles for the rebound, put back won't go. Braden Huff with it, off the glass and goes.
Love the activity on the offensive glass. And that's just been the theme for Gonzaga this year. I believe +9 on the year when you just look at what they've done against Division I teams. Really good on the offensive glass, second chance points.
Seven on the shot clock. Anton Watson climbing the all-time steals list here at GU, trying to earn another one. Possession arrow gives it to Gonzaga. Under a minute to go. Anton with 4 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist. Here's the all-time steal leader, Stockton, up there at 262. Nobody will ever touch that, but look at where Anton Watson is at 167. He's got Josh Perkins as a possibility.
So solidly going to be number 2.
When you look at the list, it's all guards.
Yes.
Anton, such a versatile defender, as we spoke about so many times.
42-27. Alexander, the drive on Stromer. Good defense. Shot up and good. Nice bucket with the left hand from Jaden Alexander.
Strong-bodied guard, Alexander. Just going right through Stromer's chest there to get some separation and a tough finish with the left hand.
Here's Watson. Squares on Alexander, under 10 to go. Skip to the corner. Stromer's 3. A little long. Huff. Put back goes. Braden Huff with 10. Higgins. Oh! Oh, it does not count. They already wave it off. But Caleb Higgins hit the shot from downtown, but there was no time remaining. 44-29. I'm sure they'll go over and take a look at it just to be sure. But I saw Michael Reed right away wave it off when it left his hand. Another look at it right now with the clock. No, not even close. Good job, guys in the truck. Higgins does finish with 10 points in that first half on 3 of 9 shooting. Gonzaga shot 53%, 17 of 32, 21 rebounds to just 11 for the Roadrunners. And Gonzaga leads it by 15, 44-29. We're at the half at the McCarthy Athletic Center. Another big half for Anton Watson, 4 points, 8 rebounds, but Stromer and Huff lead GU with 10. Halftime straight ahead in Spokane. And welcome back to the McCarthy Athletic Center. Well, a shot at downtown Spokane first. That's over at the park downtown. What do we call that, gentlemen?
Riverfront Park, I believe.
Yeah, but what's this thing called? The Pavilion.
The Pavilion.
Yes, thanks for playing along. Okay, well, hey, Dusty Stromer, gentlemen. Here we are at game number 6, and it's the first time in his career he's in double digits. The offense is starting to come.
It is, and you're asking a lot of a young player who is essentially probably thinking to themselves, they're going to be the first perimeter off the bench, play about 20 minutes a game, have some great opportunities, but when Steele Venters went down with a season-ending injury, he's thrown into the fire. He's starting. There's multiple times already early in this season he's played 40 minutes. He's providing a big-time opportunity, and I think the best is still going to be coming.
Yeah, look, he's 4 of 16 from 3 coming into this game tonight. Shot about 36% last year in high school with pretty good volume. Tonight, starting to see the ball go through the hoop. He's a much better offensive player than we saw in the first 5 games of the year. But what we're seeing is that he does more than just score.
Yeah.
You know, he rebounds the ball, averaging about 5 a game, had 7 offensive rebounds coming into tonight. So he does other things for you. And I think defensively, he's their best perimeter defender. Obviously, Watson's the best overall defender. But if you need to put a guy on the best perimeter player, particularly with anybody with size, you're going to go to Stromer, and he's going to hold up all right.
And I love the fact that he can score from all 3 different levels. Proof tonight he can shoot the 3. We've seen him get to the elbow, and we've seen him go down to the lane. Who used to do that? He's over there on the radio. Remember Mo used to get to all 3 different spots.
Comparison, Adam Morrison, wow.
Yes, right? That's what a young Dusty Stromer reminds me of. Mo used to do that. You played with him. Back me up, Richard.
Adam was a great player.
44-29, we're at the half. For a mouth-watering steak dinner, pampering spa treatment, or the hottest games around, Coeur d'Alene Casino, a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. Coeur d'Alene Casino, welcome home. And welcome back to the city of Spokane. 44-29 at the half. We remain courtside. Greg Heister, Dan Dickow, and Richard Fox. I should say Heister with a couple of contrarians. Oh, contraire. Okay, transition offense. Zags got out and ran a little bit, especially in that first 6-8 minutes.
Yeah, they were terrific getting from defense to offense early. That was before the Roadrunners were able to slow things down a little bit. But the beautiful thing about Gonzaga is outside of probably Huff and EK, anybody gets a rebound, they've got the freedom and the ability to push in transition and start the fast break. And then with the unselfish play, it becomes a matchup nightmare for the opponent.
I find it interesting. Stromer hits the 3, and then on the next fast break, it takes it to the rim. We're an elbow jumper away from being a score at all 3 different levels, but again, Gonzaga just getting Anton Watson running down that loose ball rebound and then the finish at the other end.
You know, look, points in transition, second chance points. These are areas of the floor and parts of the game where you can get easy looks, whether they be at the rim or those are great opportunities to also get shots from the 3-point line. Gonzaga historically has been tremendous in both those categories, and this year we're starting to see this team grow into that.
44-29, Gonzaga shot 53%. Braden Huff had a big first half for GU as well off the bench. He was perfect, 5 of 5, 3 rebounds.
Reminds me of Kevin McHale.
I like that. Way to go, Richard. Now we're in the spirit. Hello, Christmas. Gonzaga 44, Cal State Bakersfield 29. Braden Huff, Dusty Stromer led Gonzaga each with 10 points. Stromer was 3 for 4. Huff was 5 for 5. EK also contributed with those 9 points, 4 rebounds, and of course Caleb Higgins led the Roadrunners 10 points on 3 of 9 shooting. Surprised by Stromer and Huff leading Gonzaga, gentlemen?
Not at all. A lot of times freshmen early in your career, you're going to be a lot better at home than you will be on the road. You're acclimating to the college game, and you're going to be much more comfortable in your home environment. You just get in a routine, and so, you know, I think that partially had something to play with them not shooting the ball maybe as well as they would have liked in Hawaii, but they both looked terrific tonight.
What was the biggest game you had as a freshman at UW? You remember?
I had a couple double-figure games.
Did you? How about you, Richard? You remember at Colorado?
It's the highlight of my career, buddy. 23 against Cal.
Wow.
Nice. Nice. Fox beat Dickow. Halftime continues when we come back.
23. That's a great.
They appear to be ready. Their Zags are up by 15 against Cal State Bakersfield. Gonzaga started that first half 11 of 13, then went 0 for 9, and then finished 6 of 10. Let's see how this opening half begins. Gonzaga, though, on defense. Higgins with the basketball. They'll try to feed the post. Ran right into Graham Ike, but the bucket is good for number 23, Fidelis Okereke. The Roadrunners have some pieces. That's a really good bucket.
Yeah, for their level, I mean, they've got good length and strength.
Nemhard, teardrop.
The basket is received. Watson with another steal almost.
Right, Nemhard now with 9 points, 3 assists. Okereke there to set the screen. Stromer chasing, keeping Wilbon in front of him. Spins. Boy, that was good defense by Stromer. Long rebound up and good. The putback goes for Modestus Contreras. Contreras with it again. Right down the lane, going for the hammer. And will lay it in through Ike.
A nice start here to the second half of the Roadrunners. Everything inside for him, but
Contreras now with 8 points. It's an 11-point Gonzaga lead. Nemhard bangs into Higgins, and the foul called on Caleb Higgins. That'll be number 2 on him.
Great job from Okereke getting his hand on the ball, and then a terrific finish from Contreras in transition. He's really skilled.
Yeah, Contreras is. There's a bomb from Hickman. Nolan Hickman into double digits now. Actually, just 7. I gave him a 3. Higgins.
He's tough.
He is tough.
He's tough. I mean, despite being 5'10", he does a great job of creating separation to get his jumper off.
Caleb Higgins now with 12. He averages a little over 16. Dusty Stromer. Watson turns on Contreras. Now backing his way in. Bingo. Anton Watson with 6.
That's a big time turnaround right there. Took what the defense gave him. Easy jump shot.
Anton now with 6 points, 8 rebounds. Leads all rebounders in the game. Roadrunners had 11 in that first half. Watson had 8 himself. Higgins skipped to the corner. This is McGee. Shot is off. Loose rebound picked up by Hickman. And now Nolan will go to the post. Offensive foul called. And this is on Nolan Hickman. I didn't see him. Did he get a wing up?
Yeah, it looked like elbow got just a little high into the neck area of Higgins.
Yeah, right there.
Sold it a little bit, but good job defensively from Higgins to stay in there. You see a lot of guards do that now. Nemhard's done it on a number of occasions tonight. You push in transition, you get cut off, you turn your back, and you essentially terminate your dribble into a post-up.
Gonzaga into the corner, Higgins to the post. Okereke trying to work on Ike, got it out to Higgins. 5 on the shot clock. Look at that James Harden step back. Wow.
I mean, he is just the separation on that. I mean, he's 5'10", but that step back creates all the room he needs.
Nemhard created a little space with his wing.
He gave that move right back to him.
Nemhard now with 11 on 5 of 7 shooting. Higgins again, look at that quickness. Hickman clears the mix. Ike calling for it. And a foul called on number 23, Fidelis Okereke, the junior from Carson, California. That'll be number 3 on Fidelis. Braden Huff will check in for GU. Ike will go out.
Gonzaga substitution number 34, Braden Huff. Road substitution number 21,
Ugnis Yarushevicius, number 21, check back in for the Roadrunners. Wilbon with it. He'll drive. Huff there defensively. And now Stevenson will miss it. Anton Watson has it poked away, earned the rebound, then he's fouled by number 25, Jaden Alexander. Anton Watson now 6 points, 9 rebounds. It's 53-39, 16 minutes to play in this second half. Caleb Higgins keeping the Roadrunners within distance. Nemhard with his own medicine. Zags up by 14. Tonight's Smiles of the Game brought to you by Delta Dental. We're on a mission to help make Washington State 100% cavity free. To learn more, visit cavityfreewa.com. Brought to you by Delta Dental of Washington, proud supporters of Healthy Smiles and your Gonzaga Bulldogs. Everybody smile. Go ahead, smile. 53-39. Is Coach Few smiling right now?
I don't think so.
You know, the thing about it is that you have to be able to play in games like this.
Yes.
Yeah, Gonzaga can play fast. You want to bog it down, limit possessions. Gonzaga's going to find a way to play in that type of game. You know, that's what these games are good for, is it just gives you a different feel than what you might see most games during the year.
And a foul called by Jaden Alexander, redshirt freshman from Fairfield, California. That's his second. That's 4 on Bakersfield this half. Nemhard will try to get it in. Throw it high for Huff. And now Nemhard with the basketball again. Into the paint, step through, hangs and hits. Nemhard with 13 leads Gonzaga.
Really good patience there. Didn't have much. Was able to just continuously walk the defense down until he got into the paint.
Wilbon working on Stromer. Oh, and Stevenson with the explosion to the rim.
Explosion is right. Wow. Impressive.
Corey's a sophomore from Bessemer, Alabama. Stromer, corner 3. Won't get the roll. Dusty now 2 of 4 from the 3-point line. Gonzaga. Here's Wilbon. As the Roadrunners slow it down again. Stevenson from the elbow. Stromer another rebound. His third. 10 points, 3 rebounds for Dusty Stromer. And now he throws the lob off the catch, almost. Poked away under the bucket by Cameron Wilbon. Gonzaga ball with 22 seconds on the shot clock. Zags have hit 5 of their first 7 shots in this half. got 4 rebounds, but Bakersfield 6 of 11, gentlemen, 3 rebounds. They're hanging in. They've outscored Gonzaga 12-11. Shot is off. Watson. Anton will go to the free throw line, but how about that box out on Modestus Contreras?
Just there's so many things. 10 rebounds now for Watson. There's so many things that, a lot of them don't even come up on the stat sheet, but just makes winning play after winning play. He's been a winner since he's been here.
Yeah.
And before.
Yeah. His whole life.
Yes. Just a winner. Well, he won state titles. Come on now.
I mean, I hear you. I hear you.
Okay.
High school basketball season kicks off. Anton Watson, he was a tremendous high school player again, so.
He won a lot there.
He won. Matty McIntyre, great job as the head coach at G Prep.
Don't forget my impact.
Yes. Oh, boy. Evidently, we did forget about your impact. But there's Stromer from behind, a clean block. Watson up to Nemhard. Nemhard to the rim will shoot free throws. I thought he was going to throw it up for Watson. Guys, Nemhard tonight responsible for 10 of the 22 Gonzaga field goals.
I just liked the control he's played with. When he's had to, he's put it into 5th gear and been super aggressive, but just a little bit more variety to the pace in which he's played, and I think he's taken good shots throughout the night.
Danny, 6 of 8, 1 of 2 from 3, 4 assists, 1 turnover. Pretty efficient.
Very efficient. And I think after being in Hawaii and playing the caliber of teams that they matched up with, Purdue, Syracuse, UCLA, this is another good test in regards for the backcourt because Higgins is so aggressive. Because the next game they have down in Vegas against USC, that backcourt might be the best in the country with Isaiah Collier and Boogie Ellis. Collier, possibly the #1 pick in the NBA draft, only a freshman from the Atlanta area.
Gonzaga's largest lead could grow after the charge. Ball on number 25, Jaden Alexander.
Stromar's been good all night keeping the ball in front. He does a really good job of just giving the offensive player enough of a cushion and then just using angles to get back into position right there. Just took it straight in the chest.
One of the things he does best, I think, as a freshman is he doesn't give up on plays. A lot of times in high school you would give up on plays. He doesn't do that. Keep sliding your feet, getting in front, attacking the glass. Examples of that.
Let me ask you this. Are you guys surprised that Dusty Stromer is so good at that end of the floor? He came in here as a 4-star recruit. We know about the offense. He beat Bronny James a couple of times. He's a California guy. The hair is flowing, and yet we see him doing all the dirty work.
Well, the high school league that he played in down in the LA area, the Mission League, maybe the best high school basketball league in the country. Very well coached, lots of talent in that league.
And lining up the 3 there, Marvin McGee. But I guess what I'm asking,
to answer your question,
offense, right?
To answer your question, yes, I am surprised. You don't typically see a freshman perimeter player not typically. You'd expect him to struggle, particularly defensively, and he hasn't had that.
Oh, wow. That was a hard foul by Corey Stevenson. And this will put Braden Huff at the free throw line. Stevenson with his 3rd personal. Braden Huff now with 11 points.
Good response from Braden, though. That's a bit of a shock to the system as he knocks down the second. You go to Maui, you see Zach Edey, you see Syracuse, you see all of the size from UCLA. You haven't, it's one thing to get a lot of burn in practice last year, but that's a bit of a baptism. And he struggled, as that tournament went on, his playing time went down. But he's had a great response tonight.
A lot of dribble right now by the Roadrunners. Contreras trying to get by Watson through a Fastball into the middle. That shot won't go. Contreras got it back with the offensive board. Now a skip pass. McGee's 3. Watson with a big rebound.
We've talked about Watson being more assertive, but one thing we haven't touched on tonight is he looks in better shape than he has in the past. A little more explosive. He learned a lot about himself when he went through the G League draft combine in the offseason.
More on Anton when we come back, but 7 points, 12 rebounds for the big man. 60-44 back in a moment. And welcome back to the McCarthy Athletic Center. Gonzaga up 60-44. Here's your upcoming schedule brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, your financial success fan club. Guys, SC, this is a ranked team.
Very good. They are dominant in the backcourt. That's going to be a terrific challenge for Nembhard and Hickman, who want to be considered in the upper echelon of backcourts across the country. This is their chance to showcase what they can do.
And I should point out, they're not ranked at the moment. They will be. This is a good basketball team. 4-2 this year.
And no guard you. They're going to have athletes all over the floor. And those Vegas games typically have a way of just being interesting.
Yeah.
So I'd expect it to be a good night. Or rather a good game.
You guys going? Because remember, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
I was supposed to.
Oh, yeah.
It's a doubleheader. I'm calling the first game UW Colorado State for CBS, and then Gonzaga USC will be on another network, ESPN.
You got the game. Good for you.
Yeah.
Nice job, Danny.
Thank you.
Zags up by 16. Here's Higgins.
You talk about UW, that'll be a good chance for Gonzaga fans if they're down there to see one of the upcoming opponents. UW is much improved as well this year so far. Talented with Keon Brooks, Xavier Wheeler, transfer point guard from Kentucky. He's really made an impact.
(60-44). Zags 5 of 8 this half. That's intended for Huff, and I believe it's off of a Roadrunner. This should be Gonzaga ball. They just changed the call. I'm not sure Coach Barnes agrees. Hickman with the catch. 15 on the clock. Huff going to work. Now he'll back his way in. Trying to create some space. Try to throw the right hand up, but good defense down there by number 1. Got to check the sheet because his name is a monster. Ugnis Yarushevicius.
Yavushevicius.
Yarushevicius.
Good kid.
Yes, really good kid. And here comes Fidelis Okereke, number 23. And this dude's big, 6'6", 260, junior out of Carson, California. Okay, the Roadrunners have some muscle, man. Put it in 4-wheel drive, run right over you.
Haven't seen too many players really try to move Ike out of that low block, but Okereke definitely is one that can.
Higgins missed it. I'm going to grab the rim.
Stevenson just came flying in there.
Anton Watson with his 13th rebound. Bounce Nembhard. Got to the glass. Nembhard with 17.
Well, just the pass from Watson, but just the chemistry between Nembhard and Watson. Nembhard just a great quick read, backdoor, perfect delivery from Watson.
And look at the defense. Oh, man.
Coach Few doesn't like that one over there. Kind of give a look of disgust. That is pretty good defense from Anton. Slide your feet and hedging of that pick and roll on the defensive end. Yeah, that's a bad call. I think we can definitely say that.
Not the best call tonight.
Anton 7 points, 13 rebounds, 1 personal foul. Roadrunners basketball, Higgins. Jump shot is off. Ball still loose. Hickman, was that a block by Hickman? I had so many bodies in front of me. Nolan Hickman, 7 points, 3 rebounds.
June just getting sped up. Interesting, June in the game here ahead of Greg. Greg has not played here in the second half.
There's June Suk-Yo, sophomore from 62-44 is her score. Higgins off the deflection. June with a big collision. He knocked Modestus Contreras to the floor. Yo is a big dude. Like if you go over and stand next to him.
Yeah, they list him at 215. It feels like he's a little heavier than that.
But his shoulders, but like you see him from his trunk down, like that is a thick, tough, strong guy. McGee. Okerko rejected at the rim, and he's hurt. Slow to get up. That may have knocked the wind out of him. Back in it now. Ike cleans it up at the other end.
So you see the good and the bad of a young player. June with the great defensive play, hustles down and takes a quick three in transition. That's not what they need him to do.
Ike, the defense foul called. Graham thinks it was all ball. His second personal. Tell you what, being a Big Ten football guy, I love the power of this Gonzaga team. Like they can literally throw it in four-wheel drive and bring the brawn at you.
Well, it's different from, in particular, last year even, where Drew Timme would be physical on the offensive end, but on the defensive end of the floor, he was more finesse. He couldn't get himself in a position where he would be in foul trouble because it would impact the team. I think you're seeing, and you see a team that is much more comfortable, as you like to say, the bump and grind game on the inside defensively.
Yeah, Watson and Ike together, Richard.
It's a lot of bumping and grinding. That's a
expert analysis, night in and night out. Can't make this stuff up. Here's Anton. Baseline jumper is short. Junio in pursuit. And Slaris trying to drive on Anton and cut him off. McGee. Turnover. Nolan Hickman. Conslaris is back. Hickman to the rim, and he scored.
Terrific job from Hickman attacking the body of Conslaris there. If you're a guard in transition, going up against length, you have to connect body, shoulder to body first. You can't extend and give the defender an opportunity to use their length to their advantage.
Zags up by 20. They take it away again. Nembhard. Yo, left hand good. Junio with his first field goal. Gonzaga's lead now at 22, the largest of the game. And a timeout, Roadrunners. 8:05 to play. Gonzaga's defense alive and well here in the second half. Nembhard, Junio, laying. Zags shooting 60% in the second half. And welcome back. 8:05 to play. Gonzaga 68, Cal State Bakersfield 46. Greg Heister, Dan Dickow, Richard Fox, and the Love Fest continues tonight between the three of us. And well, we were on Dan's podcast a bit.
which one?
Yeah, I know, like he's everywhere. Give it a rest, would you? Sleep nights. But anyways, Chet Holmgren, ladies and gentlemen, how good has he been?
He has been
now a rookie in the NBA.
Spectacular as a rookie. I've got him as my choice for Rookie of the Year. I know a lot of people are going to go Victor Wembanyama, and for obvious reasons, but that year, a season ago, where Chet wasn't able to play due to injury, I think allowed him to mature into understanding the NBA game from watching it from a different insider's perspective, to get bigger. And he's just one of many Zags now who are off to great seasons here in the NBA. We'll have to have you join again.
Kispert, Sabonis, huh?
We'll have you guys on the podcast show again one of these days. GonzagaNation.com.
How were the ratings when we were on it, Dan?
Oh,
That's all
they're
I
as
care about.
good as they get.
Right.
Adam Morrison and I had Eric McClellan in the studio today recording. That'll come out soon.
No, we're talking about our episode.
We want to know
how are the ratings?
I like Eric fine, but I don't really
What do you
care.
mean? Like, so, like NIL. Like, do we get NIL dollars if we come?
At least it's, can I get a hat?
I mean, this
Yeah,
is
you can definitely get a hat.
This is a commercial operation you're involved in, right? It's not charity.
Yeah, Hickman, a nice finish there to get into double figures, but absolutely. Gonzaga Nation, we've got a partnership with Zags Collective to help the NIL with the new rules allowing college players to be paid.
Well, guys, Nolan Hickman now started the season with 6 straight double-double scoring efforts. His previous best at GU was just 2. Nolan Hickman has arrived 11 points tonight. 70-48. We'll talk more about NIL when we come back. And welcome back. Time now to announce tonight's player of the game, presented by A to Z Rental. No job is too big or too small with 8 convenient locations. We rent everything. Let A to Z Rental be your most valuable player. Let's go with Mr. Nembhard, gentlemen. 17 points, 7 of 9, 1 rebound, 5 assists, 1 turnover.
Yeah, I love the efficiency and just the pace that he's playing. He's been under control all night. Good shots, controlling the tempo when he has the ball, continues to deliver the pass on time to his teammates, and this is a great representation of the impact he can have on this team throughout the year.
I love the 1 turnover. I thought there were times.
Are you saying it was a good one, or what do you
Well,
mean?
I'm just saying the fact that it's 1.
Well,
because I thought at times in Hawaii he kind of got outside of kind of being under control, and he's really kind of righted that here tonight.
Well, the 1 turnover is the one that Greg couldn't corral.
Yeah.
He's been great with it all night.
I wasn't on the floor. Oh, you mean Ben Gregg?
Yes. Thank you for the clarity.
Here's Higgins. 8 on the shot clock over Hickman.
Man, he can elevate in a hurry. Jeez.
And a tip of the cap from Nolan Hickman. Higgins now with 16. 70-50 our score. Here's Dusty Stromer. Nembhard now directing traffic. Ben Gregg back on the floor. He'll go to Ike. 12 on the clock. Nembhard hanging. Teardrop flops out. Consleris. Consleris, baseline jumper. Bangs through. He's got 12.
Quietly put together a nice game. Had 11 and 8 against Cal earlier this season. Good skill. He's tough. He's long.
Nolan Hickman got inside, missed the shot. Long rebound to Caleb Higgins. Higgins thought about McGee. Consleris now the transition 3 won't go. Slapped into the corner. And it's Gonzaga basketball. Zags now 10 of 18 this half, 13 rebounds. The Roadrunners 10 of 24, 41.7% to 55.6 for GU. Zags still dominating the boards with a 13 rebound differential. Ben Gregg lost the grip, goes to the floor to earn it back. He's tied up, and possession favoring GU.
Last couple possessions, Bakersfield's gone to a matchup zone, extended a little bit on the top. Ben Gregg's been available in the middle of the floor. Catch, turn, face, make them pay, whether it's a face-up jumper or look high-low.
Hickman to the corner. Here's Ike against Okereke. Stromer into the lane, turn around. Bit short.
I thought he should have shot the first one on the catch and shoot beyond the three-point line.
Look at the handle by Higgins. Step back, that's just a 2. Offensive foul inside. This on Graham Ike.
They want to review this.
And they're going to review it. Evidently, Graham got him up high. You got to know Graham.
He didn't like that.
Yeah. He's like, come on, let's just play ball.
You're always curious about how transfers are going to fit, whether they accept guys that have been there before or what their role may be. There shouldn't be anything there.
Well, I think there's a foul, but I don't think there should be anything beyond that. I don't think he's looking for his head. It's obviously EK is the larger guy, but, you know, I'm relatively intelligent, and I have no idea how they determine whether or not this is a flagrant 1, 2, or coming.
How did you determine that?
What part?
That he's relatively intelligent.
I
like,
did. Well,
is there a test?
It is. It's just a bunch of colors, and then you have to put them
shapes?
in shapes.
Well, what's that test they do in the NFL?
You have to remember 5 things and then
phonics.
repeat it back.
Actually, Richard is smart.
Thank you.
Yes. I'm being a smart aleck.
I mean, what do you think, guys? Let's make a bet. I'm going to say they're going to call it a flagrant 2.
You think it's a flagrant
I'm sorry.
Be intent.
A flagrant 1.
Flagrant 1, thank you.
Yeah.
I would imagine
it's
it'd be a flagrant 1 because it's above the shoulders.
It's not about intent. I don't think he tried. It's just
for a flagrant 1.
That arm just kind of raked him and pushed him. But again, when you're 6'8" and 240, and you're battling 6'6" and 260, we're going to get an explanation right here.
So it is the flagrant 1. Unnecessary and an excessive contact. So there will be 2 free throws.
Yeah, for Fidelis Okereke. They'll also get possession. 70-53. Man, that's a big dude.
He's in pretty good shape.
Man, oh man. I wonder what he does on the squat rack. Nemhard takes it away. Hickman. And now he'll shoot free throws. Fouled by Corey Stevenson. Another look at it. Nolan Hickman, 11 points, 5 of 10 from the floor, 3 rebounds. Actually, officially, he's got 12 points, 5 of 10, 1 of 3 from 3. Now 2 of 2 from the line, 13 points for Nolan Hickman. And substitution. Going out is Tom Mark.
And one of the things you want to see out of a player when you're in a program for the 3rd year is consistency. And I think that's what you're seeing out of Nolan Hickman. He understands his role, and he's been extremely consistent in it this year.
Here's Higgins. Skip to the corner. 3 is off. Offensive rebound. And a chance for Alexander. Ganato Karake. Higgins from the corner. Actually, that's number 10, Marvin McGee. And it's 72-57. Look, I'm a fan of Nolan Hickman because he's a good guy and he does really great work in this world, but he's loyal. In this day of NIL and the transfer portal, these guys all have options. He came back to Gonzaga. That's a former 5-star that would have had options. And he's here and it's paying off. And the defense by Hickman. What a block that was.
I do think it's it's a great case study in the modern game of, as a young guy, as a freshman, as we get another look here, coming from behind and blocking Higgins. It doesn't always work right away. You've got to stick with it. You have to have a longer-term perspective. It can't just be about the now. And he's really grown into a really effective player here for GU.
You got to trust in the process. And so many kids won't, the way the system is set up now. I wonder how much NIL dollars Dan Dickau would have made back in the day, Richard. What do you guess?
A lot.
Let's bring those NIL to the broadcast booth, fellas.
Still wouldn't buy you dinner, though, would he?
He'd buy you the appetizer. He'd buy you the appetizer.
If you leave the tip. 3:50 to play. Here's Anton. Actually, Dan is very generous. I play. Huff, big rebound. Nemhard's 3 on the way. Bingo. Nemhard with 20.
Career high in a Zag uniform now.
He's 2 of 3 from behind the line. He needed a few of those to drop tonight. Came in 2 of 17. You know that number could only go up. Higgins still battling for the Roadrunners. Consleris with the rebound. McGee open in the corner. Consleris trying to go underneath. McGee runs it down, 10 on the shot clock. He'll take it to the corner. Shot for 3 is off. Gonzaga ball, 2:55 to play. Timeout on the floor. Gonzaga on their way to 5-1. Ryan Nemhard, 20 points, 8 of 11 from the floor, 2 of 3 from downtown, 5 assists, a rebound. Ryan Nemhard has arrived for Gonzaga. Hoops play of the game brought to you by Multicare Health System. Whether you're at home or in the kennel, Multicare's team of doctors, nurses, and specialists partner with you all season long. Here's our Multicare play of the game. First time this year, Ryan Nemhard, the steal and the assist. Jun Suk-Yo.
There's one thing about the Nemhard brothers as point guards is they win.
Yeah.
Andrew Nemhard was a part of that team that went all the way to the title game. Unfortunately, came up 1 game short, but he proved that he's a winner. And Nemhard was a winner at the high school level, and now he's proven it at the college level. They're different in the fact that I think Ryan's quicker, he's faster. I think he looks to score more than Andrew. I think Andrew is probably more of a pass-first point guard.
Andrew's the best I've seen here in the pick and roll.
He was tremendous. He's proven it at the NBA level as well.
Off the catch. Missed the shot, trying to earn it back. It's off of one of the Roadrunners, Gonzaga ball. They are very different, but they have the possibility of being just as effective. Ryan's so different than Andrew. The game slowed down when Andrew had the basketball. With Ryan, it's like
he imposes his speed on the game.
Yeah.
As opposed to Andrew, who kind of felt out what needed to be done at that time.
Played with great tempo and pace and just patience. When Ryan gets the ball, it's a blur.
Yeah, and they both have a calming influence, I think, on the floor. You know, they're always poised. Rarely saw either guy get sped up.
So Nemhard will shoot 3 free throws here. He's got 21 points. He's 3 of 4 now from the line. That one spins out. All right, gentlemen. It'll be a different team down in Vegas. For Gonzaga, USC Trojans lie in wait. Zags ready for the next test.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, Gonzaga's going to have advantage inside and on the glass, and I think defensively. You know, what I'm going to be interested to see, not just against the USC as you see the three-pointer knocked down the corner, Greg. But I'm interested to see, are we going to see a lot more of this three big line? We saw that a lot early. First couple games here at the Kennel, and we saw that early in the Maui tournament. We didn't see that at all against UCLA. And we've seen that a touch tonight, but not nearly to the degree we saw it earlier in the year. I think there's some, that unit's had effective moments, I think particularly with Watson, Ike, and Greg. I think they've been able to defend with that group, really rebound, and then Greg offers you that spacing that you might need from a perimeter player. But certainly Gonzaga's guards and the perimeter defense is going to be really tested on Saturday.
That's going to be a fun matchup.
Yeah.
I mean, that backcourt of USC is explosive to score. They're explosive to get up and down the floor. They can find guys. And then there's the question mark of, is Bronny James going to play? He's close to coming back. You've seen him in pregame warmups now. Would he make his debut against the Zags? Would be a whole nother storyline that would be fun to track.
Here's the top 10. Gonzaga down there at number 11. Of course, they played Baylor in a scrimmage. Purdue at the top of the list. Gonzaga's only lost the season at the hands of the Boilermakers.
It feels like it's been the theme the last few years. I mean, UConn just in the tournament last year was by far and away the best team, but you know, the days of just a dominant team in college are just gone. It just seems like it's really wide open. And for a team like Gonzaga, I really believe this team's got a lot of growth left in them. I don't think we're by any stretch of imagination looking at a team that's pretty much fully formed. It's going to be interesting when we get to March. I think that tournament's going to be wide open.
And I think Braden Huff, Dusty Stromer only get better on the offensive end. They're going to look to score. We know this guy can score. Nolan has proven he can. And Anton Watson coming off a 14 of 15, 32-point night effort. 2 more for Anton. He's got 9. He's a point away from a double-double.
Got foul on that drive, too.
Yeah, should be shooting a free throw. Got 13 rebounds tonight, gentlemen. That ties a career high. Higgins, step back. He's played well, 21 points. I guess the only question that remains with this game against SC is Bronny plays. Does the great LeBron James, the GOAT, show up to watch the game? Will he be in attendance?
You were talking, is there a real chance he's going to play?
You look at the schedule, the Lakers are off that night.
No, I'm
so
talking about his son. I mean, he's starting to practice, right?
What the reports say. Obviously, USC would keep it close to their vest as long as possible. But, you know, just for the sake of that young man, you hope that he is back soon.
Nembhard in there earning the rebound, his second, to go along with 22 points, 5 assists. Dan, so if LeBron James does show up, are you going to show up in your Air Jordans and your Michael Jordan jersey? And
I'm wearing Jordans tonight.
Yeah.
Watson
and
with
Watson.
double-double.
Yeah, double-double for Anton now with 11 points, 13 rebounds. Are you going to taunt him, though? Heckle him?
Terrific player, LeBron James.
I give you credit. You've never even gone that far before. Final 10 seconds here. Higgins looking for 2 more. Hickman poked it away. They don't get a shot off. And it ends 81-65, the final. Gonzaga wins by 16. So again, all of these are warm-up games, right? You got to build the team. Did Mark Few build his team tonight the way he was hoping to?
Well, I think what you are hoping to see is a lot of balance. You don't have a dominant Drew Timme this year, so you're hoping for balance. 6 Zags in double figures tonight.
Yeah, great game that way. 6 Zags. That's Ike, Huff, Watson, Hickman, Stromer, Nembhard, all in double digits. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a timeout. We're back in a moment. Gonzaga wins it 81-65. You know, this young Zag team ranked number 11 in the country. following an 81-65 victory over Cal State Bakersfield. Welcome back courtside with Greg Heister, Dan Dickow, and Richard Fox. All right, gentlemen, so this is where we get to wax on poetically about why this team is going to become what Coach Few and that staff hopes it will be by March.
Well, I think we touched on it before we went to break, right at the end of the game. I think the balance was amazing again tonight. 6 Gonzaga players in double figures, and you had Anton Watson with another double-double. Very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, the offense ebbed and flowed throughout the game, but the rebounding was there, plus 11. Good job defensively. I mean, that's not a Roadrunner team that shoots the ball all that well, but really made their life tough. I mean, Higgins had to hit some really difficult shots. All in all, I thought Gonzaga did a good job forcing the Roadrunners into difficult offensive possessions.
Zags now 5-1 on this season. 81-65, the final tonight. Gonzaga, Cal State, Bakersfield. For Dan Dickow, Richard Fox, I'm Greg Heister. It's the USC Trojans up next for the Zags. Have a great week. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.